G'day, today we're going to have a look at level 16 in the Myths and Rails DLC of Train Valley 2. This one is called the World Turtle. We've got 16 minutes, we can't buy more than 2 engines, and we can't allow any trains to arrive at the wrong station. And normally I'm pretty good with this one. My first few attempts on this level, wrong station has been my problem. And so it's normally not something I think that I do a bit, so hopefully it's I think having the A, B, sort of C stations to start always make that a bit trickier because you've got to switch stuff back and forth. And you're definitely trying to do 2 different things at once with those. So we've got this guy down here, he's got a laundry list of things he wants. A guy up here, laundry list as well. I think the key thing is looking at the things that are divisible by 6 and the ones divisible by 7. So this is saying the first 3 things that we want to get done are those gold ingots, those cows, and that grain. So the grain's here, the gold's there, the cows are there. The very first thing that I'm going to do though is get A connected here, and then get B up here and connected there. And I want to get this guy to come down here and connect to that. See, this is going to be a really painful, slow thing of just one light going at a time. And but we do need gold for one of our very early things, so that's definitely something we want to focus on. We want to probably get our initial build out, and then once we've got that, we will. All right, how much money have I got? 19,000. So if we go get that close, we can probably start this guy on his way. Going in there, and then we can say go again. Say go again. Say again. See, he's working away, but else is now just mercy of waiting for more money. At least this is a quick little ash surge that we can do here. Yeah, so we'll just wait until this guy gets past there. Great. Now what we will do, swing this guy up around here. Right along there. Make that connection. I can say even with nothing else going on, we can send some of those, but we're already using all of our trains here. See, this is pretty good money that we're making while we do it. Got D down here as well. As long as we've got availability in spots up here, that's okay. Got a free train, so you can go over and do cow delivery. Okay, so let's get some bridges built. Need 1, 2, 3. Let's just with 10,000, so let's just wait till we a little bit more. Okay, so now he's hit D. That basically ends our really nice run of knocking over almost half of the trains to start with. Let's send some more guys over there. We do need 12 cows at one point, so having only 12 guys in there is fine. We have no available spot in any of our 4 train stations on this side, so next priority is clearing out these 2. Then moving on. We have $58,000 though, so we can now that guy connected there. That guy connected like that. This guy across here. This guy trying to dodge as much free as possible in here. And then that guy there, because he's not going to have to send anyone to wait. Now, we've got 32,000. So my wonder here is, do I actually just avoid the rest of this with this guy and just send him straight up this way? Now 32,000. Try and let those guys operate in peace. On that side of that rock. He can come in here. Now they will have to cross to use this bridge at the same point. It's the only sharing they'll have to do. I'm gonna get some guys over here nice and quick. As that guy up the top arrives. Great, we can get 2 guys in here. So we'll have to send the 16 of these guys first. We'll turn that, send 6 guys up there. Follow that up with 6 guys up there. This guy we will send a lot of guys over to do wheat. So we actually need 24 wheat pretty quick. Send this guy as well. This guy we will send here. Send that guy down without being in the way of anyone. Turn that. Next person to arrive, send this train down. I'll send this guy same spot all the way down here. That H train's going to the right place. Okay, and with this being made, what we'll now do is send this guy along. I think the next thing that we want to do with money is buy more trains. I think we also need to, you can see that this is a floodplain down here, so I think that we need to spend the money for that $32,000 bridge. But I will buy more trains first. 2 trains in total. We'll otherwise get sunk by that. Okay, so that guy's now done his... Like, we've now got to wait for that to open up again. This guy is passing to go down here. This guy is going to go there. Send him down because he's not going to get in anyone's way. Now I want to send 12 guys from here down to here as well. We'll let him go in there. He's gone past. Correct this. Alright, we'll buy our last train, so that's it. Trains all bought. Got enough money that what we will do is bulldoze, make a tiny bit of money back on those, then build bridge in there as well. There's no, unlike Poseidon, there's no limit on the amount of bridges that we can build, so let's build them all. Okay. We'll send this guy down. Again, because we've got a brief moment, we may as well get the houses clear. Now, I think as well that we can make as much money as we like, but we're not going to up the size of our trains until I've delivered those first 3 things. Yep, they're going to the right place. They're going in there. These 2 guys we're going to drop in here. there, and we want to get some more guys over here as well. I think the next lot of guys we'll want over there will be 14 worth. Okay, we'll follow these guys up with 12 guys to go in here as well. We're almost ready to have this come out and be the final lot for that. Let's see, while we're waiting, let's get 14 guys over here. Basically just means 3 train loads of guys. Next what we'll do is we'll send these 12 over here. And then we can send this. Really got to keep an eye on making sure that we're sending everything to the correct place. Once he's out, we'll send... See, this is where it becomes tricky, because I want that to now be 7. So I think maybe we do need to upgrade our first train. We've just got to be careful of which train we're using then. So I'm going to upgrade that guy, then select him, and send him there. Just don't want to use that train when we're shipping anything of our 12s. On the other side hand, though, it means that if I use that train for shipping this, I'll make more money. We will ship this guy as a 6, though, because we just want that guy out of... we want to have one of our alphabet ones to have an available spot, so they don't start screaming that they need to move somewhere. We'll shift that in there. Now, once he's doing that, what we can do is send these. And this is our first delivery. So... these 12 guys need to go all the way around, end up in here. Good news is while they're doing that, we can use that 7-seater train, send these guys down to H. Make us a tiny little bit more money while we do it. And next up will be the gold, so this has to go in before the cows. While we're waiting for this to go, let's send this guy out of D. They're not really like the biggest sell to move things out of D. If I just left the one thing in D the whole time, it means I only ever have to move one train from D to the rest of the map. Whereas obviously you can see now I've already got to move 2 trains from D to the rest of the map. Do I get more money for them? Sure, but are they an inconvenience? Yes. But as long as I don't have 12 guys here yet, it's not the biggest deal in the world, because that's all we're waiting for at this point. Like I said, we want to shift this stuff before we have... how do I get a B on this line? What I have to do is just make a connection there. Alright, so that's done. Then let's move these gold bars. Keeping an eye on that 7 there that we don't want to use. Right, he'll go that way. These guys are going to go that way, so we will... sounds like water is starting to go, so you can see these are starting to flash. Hopefully I've already built enough that that's not going to be a problem for me. Whoa, bit of a flood, but yeah, we've prepared correctly and non-impact. Okay, now that is the last train that I need to send that is a 6, so all the other trains can start getting upgraded, and we can start looking at what we need to now move. So we also need to be able to afford this, but that's just people. Like, I think that the money is better spent upgrading these trains faster. So let's reevaluate. We need 14 of that. He needs no more. So we only need to have 14 more of the gold made. No, he needs ingot, so we need 21 more of that gold made. He needs 14 cows eventually, and then he needs glass. Where is it? Gold. He needs cows that are on their way, and then it's just glass. So I think the next thing that we need to worry about is this guy and this guy. So as soon as those two arrive, firstly what we'll do is we will clear another one out of there. Upgrade the next train. We've just got to make sure we do upgrade all the trains because we don't want to accidentally forget we've got one 6-seater train and then have a guy just run up the back of it because we're not, I forget. Which I do frequently. Okay. So this is now open. So the first thing that we will do is we'll send a set of 7 guys in there. We'll upgrade him and we'll send... well, since he's not going to get in the way, let's send this guy from here. And we'll send him down just to have one of those houses clear again. That's good that he's going to E. It's a nice closest one for him. We do have to do a journey where almost everyone's going to be heading this way. So he's going to head to here. This guy we want to send down to the wheat. So let's just make sure that those are all correct, and we'll send 2 lots of guys down to wheat. He's going to go in there. Next lot of guys from here. How much of that do we need? We just need 14. So we don't actually need any more of that, I believe. Yes. So the next thing that we will do is send. He needs 14 cows, so we definitely need more guys in there, but it's just the last 14 cows that we need. So let's send 7. Whoop. He's gone to the wrong place, so let's correct that. And he will join this guy down the very bottom. Another... Okay, so at this point we're now going to have to look at sending a whole lot of guys around this way. Does seem like we've got the time. Let's send this guy. I've only got that much time before they're going to start to complain that someone needs to get moved. Okay, and let's start to send them. So we'll send this guy. He's going to go down there. That guy's going to go up there. Send this guy. Send that guy. Correct. We're just going to make sure that these are all looking the right way. That's got to be straight. Once we get down here, we've got to turn this one too. He's good. They're in nice line. Down there. Okay. Now we're almost close enough that these guys actually aren't going to complain anymore. Let's just quickly do some orders on them, because we're up to 32. Ones we don't really want to see. There. So they're actually not going to complain anymore, because there's no additional guys that we need to deliver. We have absolutely everyone ready to go. So what we'll do is shift this guy out, because then we can get this timer restarted that we need started again. And he's going to head up here. I'm going to send this guy after him because he's going to the same place. Send this guy after that. We'll then send 14 guys from here over there as well. I'm going to turn that as well, because now no one's actually going to go to D. The only remaining thing is that someone will come from him to up here. Okay, so that's 14 guys in here. Like I said, this should be the last of the gold that I need. So this 7 here is the last 7 that need to go this way. The rest are going to need to go into just directly into here for that. Now what we can do as well is buy that, because we have more than enough money for this guy. Let's work him up the hill to... Where's he? Actually, no, he's going to have to connect in here. 14. So we can just have 14 guys get there, and then they can start taking the... You only need 14 in total. So these guys are all going in there. 14 guys up there. Let's do that. 14 guys that are up here are going to go down and do this wheat. Because... Wait, do I need more wheat? No, I don't. That 14 is the last 14 wheat I need. Or the cows. So those 14 guys are currently unspoken for. Let's just keep an eye on. The more of these arrows I have, the more dangerous it all feels like this is. So let's make sure this guy goes down. Comes around this way, then he goes down there. So he's the second 14 in there. We can then send the 14 guys from here. They're going in there. Now, once they do that, we can send this guy, because we know that no one else is going to come in from behind him. Got to keep our eye on this, because this is the next thing that we really need to get going as soon as we can. So just to keep tabs, 7 of this we're currently making. 7 of this we're currently making. The 7 gold we're not yet making. The 14 of this, we currently need that to get over there and then make 7 more. And then the cows we're currently making. So it feels like we're very on top of things at the moment. Okay. So since we're waiting for this really as our next thing to happen to progress, or waiting for that to get made, what we will do now is send our E-trains. So this guy in there. Just double check that those are all looking right for him. And then this guy will follow that same path. Get up here as well. He's still going. He's making guys. This is just about done. So let's send him. While he's going, we can send this guy down. And send this guy as well. Well, that still hasn't opened yet. Oh. Luckily, that wouldn't actually count as arriving at the wrong station if he had arrived there. He would have just gone and it's like basically just dropped off everything again. So we'll just double check, make sure he is going to go to the right spot this time. Lovely. And then what we need to do is get this guy in straight away to get the clock restarted on this. Okay, so once that's now ticking away. So what we will do now is got this guy up here to go. Send the 7 of this down into here. This is the last of our letter trains. Let's double check he's going to go there, and he's definitely the next thing we need. He's definitely going to turn in there. This guy's definitely going to turn in there. He's currently making that. This is being made. Cows are being made. What I'm going to do is build a... Actually, no, let's send these guys now. He goes this way, he turns that way, he then turns that way, and then that way. It's the last delivery up here. So while we're waiting for this to get ready, going to delete. This is just basically a time-saving technique I'm going to go with. Like that. Build that. So what I'm going to do, that guy's gone, he's arrived. We're still waiting on the 14 of these and the 7 of those, but they're about ready, but that's not. So what we're going to do is get our cows closer. I don't want to bother sending them until I've got 2 lots. I want to focus on my cows. So we're definitely very close here. So let's keep an eye, see if that's all clear. It is. So let's send the first one of those 2. Keep an eye on this. So he's definitely going straight, which is what we want. These are very long trains though. Confident that they're actually going to fit in this gap I've left them. Maybe let's do that. Let's do that. Got heaps of room. Okay. So then what we'll do is this guy goes through. Make sure this guy again. This guy's gone to the right spot because the last thing I want to do is just accidentally have someone arrive at the wrong spot at the very last minute. This guy we can tell to slow down. That guy go. Then turn that, because these next 2 guys are going to come in here. Past that point, so we can tell him to slow down. So now we've got these 2 guys basically just ready to go. They're ready to arrive as soon as that last train gets through. There's this guy, and we're going to just move him up and just have him basically parked at the gate. Just waiting for this. Go. And that, because that's the only thing that we need to do for these 2 guys. Him around. Then him around. Done. 13 minutes. Well, that one definitely didn't feel as... I mean, time never seemed to be a real problem in that one. I'm not sure if they intended it being done a different way to the way that I did it, but yeah, it didn't seem too hard. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below, but until next time, catch you later. See ya.